I am going to describe the morphological characters of this erect undershell. Its leaves are simple and phyllotaxy is opposite. Petiolate and exstipulate. Why exstipulate? As there is no stipule at the base of the leaf, but there are two glands at the base. And regarding the texture of the leaf, it is glabrous. Why glabrous? Because it is shiny. And lamina is obovate. Obovate means it is oval in shape, but the base is narrower than the apex. And interestingly, the apex of the leaf is slightly needle shaped. Hence, it is called mucronate. And regarding the venation, it is reticulate venation. So, presence of reticulate venation proves that this plant is a member of dicot. The margin of the leaf is entire. That is, it is smooth. The inflorescence is cymose or solitary. The flower is rose purple in color, having a dark color at the center. It is a complete flower. Why complete? Because it has calyx, corolla, endoecium inside the corolla tube, and gynoecium. It is also inside the corolla tube. And shape of the flower is salver shaped. Why it is salver shaped? Because the lower portion of the flower, it is tubular. This tube is made up of the combination of these 5 petals, and on the upper side it is spreading. Hence it is a salver shaped structure. And it is hypogynous. Why hypogynous? Because the position of ovary is above calyx and corolla, and it has bracts and bracteoles. Here at the base of the flower, bracts and bracteoles are present. If we cut the flower is in this direction, or in this direction, or we may say in any direction, then bilateral symmetry is observed. Hence, the flower is actinomorphic. The calyx is made up of 5 free sepals. So, it is polysepalous. The sepals are linear. Estivation is quincuncial. Why it is quincuncial? Because out of the 5 sepals, 2 are outermost, 2 are innermost, and remaining 1 is twisted. Out of the 5 sepals, the odd one is posterior. This side is anterior and that side is posterior. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is posterior at position. The corolla is made up of 5 petals. The lower portion of the petal united together to form the tubular structure, and the upper portion is abruptly expanding. Hence, it is salver shaped. And since 5 petals unite, it is gamopetalous. And the limb as well as the tube is pubescent. Pubescent means without any hair-like structure. And it is twisted. So the estivation is twisted to the left. After splitting the corolla tube, hair-like corona is observed at the mouth of the tube, and below the corona, 5 epipetalous stamens are observed. In case of the stamens, the filaments are very short, and at the apex of each filament, arrow-shaped or sagittate anthers are present. So, presence of corona and presence of arrow-shaped anther are the identifying character of the family Apocynaceae. Hence, this plant belongs to Apocynaceae. Here, by diagrammatically, I am showing the structure. This is the splitted corolla tube. This one is the female structure. Ovary, style, and here it is stigma. And where the stigma is present, at that site, hair-like corona are present. And below the corona, 5 stamens are observed. Since the stamens are attached to the corolla tube or petal, we may say that the stamens are epipetalous, or the androecium is epipetalous. Regarding the structure of the gynoecium is made up of 2 carpels. Here, the ovary are free. That is, the 2 ovary are free from each other, but the style and stigma are connate. This is the long style, and this one is the drum-shaped stigma or dumbbell-shaped stigma. This is the diagram of the gynoecium. The gynoecium is made up of 2 carpels. Here, the ovaries are free from each other, and style and stigma are attached or connate to each other, and ovary is superior. If we take the TS, in TS of the ovary, 2 completely separate ovary chambers are located, and placentation is ventral, and near the ovary chambers 2 separate glands are observed. These glands are nectar glands. A pair of follicle is observed. These are the fruits. After fertilization, these fruits are formed. Since the ovaries were separated from each other, hence such a pair of structure is formed as a pair of follicle. This one is the floral diagram. This one is mother axis, and this one is the bract. This is the anterior position, and this is the posterior position. These are the sepals. In this flower, 5 sepals are observed. These 2 are anterior, these 2 are lateral, and this one is the posterior odd one. Since the flower is polysepalous, the sepals are free from each other. Here no link or no connection is observed. They are completely separate from each other. And regarding estivation, it is quincuncial. Now the inner hole is petal or corolla tube. Since they attached to each other to form the tube-like structure, hence they are interlocked here. In the diagram, this locking is observed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals arranged in twisted manner, and inside the petal there are the whole of the stamens. Here 5 epipetalous stamens are observed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are attached to the petal, and the innermost structure is the gynoecium. The gynoecium is made up of 2 carpels where the ovaries are separated from each other, and these are the 2 nectar glands. And inside the ovary chamber, these are the ovules, and the placentation is ventral in each chamber.
This is the floral formula. In the flower, bract is present, so BR. The flower is actinomorphic, hence this is the sign of actinomorph. The flower is bisexual, male structure, female structure, so it is the sign of bisexual. Calyx is made up of 5 free sepals. Corolla is made up of 5 united or gamopetalous petals. So 5 is kept inside the bracket. Androecium is made up of 5 stamens which are epipetalous. Gynoecium is made up of 2 carpels, though the ovary are free but style or stigma are united, so it is syncarpous, and ovary is superior, so G is underlined. This is the proper sequence of taxonomic drawing. Here it is the place for the twig, then upper right corner it is for the flower, below it calyx, below the calyx splitted corolla or corolla along with the stamens and gynoecium, and below this diagram it is the place for the anther and filament, that is it is the place for the stamens, and below this structure it is the place for the gynoecium, and due to the lack of space we have to move here. So below the twig TS of ovary, then floral diagram, and at last floral formula must be placed. The family identifying characters are: leaves simple exstipulate, corolla salver shaped, and at the mouth of the corolla tube corona is present. Anthers sagittate, carpels 2, connate at the style and stigma, and free below. The stigma is dumbbell shaped, and the fruits are of 2 follicles. Hence, this plant belongs to the family Apocynaceae.
The genus identifying characters are: the plant is undershot with opposite leaves, seeds truncate at both ends, fruit a pair of follicles, and gynoecium is made up of 2 carpels in which the ovary are separated from each other, but the style and stigma are connate. Hence, the plant belongs to the genus Catharanthus.